What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. This is Sunny from personalmasteryquest.com. Today sitting in a very windy park, so I hope the audio comes out okay. But this is going to be the first in a two-video series, which is going to be about accelerating your growth and manifestation through the law of attraction. So this is going to be part one of that series, and part two will be posted on Friday, so make sure to come back in and tune in for that. But in today's video, what I want to cover is the one emotion that is going to accelerate your manifestation and personal growth process like nothing else. And that emotion, I'm sure you have heard of it before, that emotion is gratitude. Now, some of you who might hear that word, you're probably already like, oh my God, I've heard it a billion times. I understand that gratitude is good for me. I know I'm thankful for the things that I want. I kind of thought the same exact thing when, so many people preach gratitude, but that is until I truly understand what gratitude within the process of manifestation is really all about. And that's what I want to talk to you about, talk about today. I don't want to just talk about gratitude in the general sense of giving thanks for the things that you have. The kind of gratitude that I'm going to be talking about today is what really shifts your mindset from lack to abundance and accelerates this process of growth. So let's get right into it. The thing that I'm talking about today is being grateful, having gratitude for where you are in your personal journey, for all that currently is around you that is aiding you to get to the next step, including your problems, actually, especially your problems. Feeling grateful for all the learning and the growth that is available to you at this point in your journey, and being grateful for the state of mind you currently find yourself in at this point in your journey, because that is a gift. It doesn't matter if you currently hate where you are. It doesn't matter if you suck at everything that you are trying to put into practice. Let's just say you want to meditate every day and you don't even have the discipline enough to implement meditation for 5 minutes every single day. That's okay. Love that part of your journey. It doesn't matter if you don't have it in you to exercise every day and control your emotions. It's okay. Learn to appreciate those things. Why you should love this will make sense to you as you keep watching this video, but let me share a personal example with you real quick. So back when I was in college, I pledged a fraternity. For those of you who don't know what a fraternity is, or you're not familiar with it, a fraternity is basically an organization, but you can't just sign up and become a part of it, right? You have to, and you can't just pay money and become a part of it. You have to go through like a process, like usually around 8 to 12 weeks. So that's something that a lot of college kids do. It's something that I did as well. And it's a process where, it's difficult, right? You're going through and you're doing things that you don't necessarily want to do. So every single day you're sleep deprived, you're doing things you don't want to do, you're getting treated poorly by people whose group you're trying to get into. It really doesn't make sense, but people still do it. But the whole process is pretty difficult. And within while you're in the process, you're just like, I can't wait until this process is over. I can't wait to cross into the fraternity until I finally don't have to do any of this stuff anymore. So the entire process where you're miserable and frustrated and you don't necessarily enjoy the whole process, you're kind of looking towards the future, just being like, once this is over, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. But what happens when you cross into the fraternity? It's all great and all for a little while, but then it just becomes the usual. It just becomes the normal. And what you'll see, every single person who has ever pledged a fraternity and crossed over, what you'll see them do is talking about their pledging days and how they were so great, they were so fun. You'll always hear them reminisce about the pledging days and how much growth came from it and what they learned from it and how that was definitely necessary for them at the time, in order to become the person who they are today. And within this very, small scale example, this micro example, there's a huge lesson. And you can really relate this to anybody, anywhere, at any stage of their life. A lot of people think that whatever they're currently going through is like the worst thing, right? And they're just waiting to get to the next step of the process. They can't wait until they finally have what they want so that they could finally get out of this kind of race of where they're just chasing the things that they want. But here's where this whole thing turns around. And this is going to be the most important thing for you to understand while you're on this whole manifestation, create your own reality journey. After I say this one thing, I suggest to you that you reflect over this throughout your whole day, entire rest of your day, because it is really that significant. The process of manifestation is not about getting what you want. It's about becoming the person who has the ability to naturally have that in his or her life. I'll say that again, just so you could really grasp this statement. The process of manifestation is not about getting what you want. It's not just about having things. It's about becoming the person who has the natural ability to just have what you want in their life automatically. The reason I tell you to reflect over this throughout the rest of your day is because once you understand this statement at your core, once you internalize this lesson, your whole mind will shift from just doing and having into becoming. And once it shifts over into becoming, that's where the real power is. That's where real growth, that's where real manifestation actually occurs. The reason most people get into self-betterment and law of attraction and create your own reality, and certainly the reason that I got into it, was just to get the life that you want, right? Get the things that you want, the fancy, luxurious items that this world has to offer. But once you really embark upon this journey and go through it, this is the lesson that you learn. Most people who get into this still don't get what they want, still can't create the lives that they really want, because they are so preoccupied with doing and having. Their entire sense of identity is stuck within their goals and the things that they want, the material possessions that they want. And they completely neglect their state, their state of mind, their state of being, and the becoming portion of the having and doing. So what they're essentially doing is trying to manifest a reality that is oscillating way up here at this kind of vibration, while they are oscillating way down here at this oscillation. This oscillation is a lower paradigm. Not saying it is worse or better, I'm just saying that it's a lower vibration paradigm in which things don't just come to fruition like this. In these lower paradigms, you have to grind and work hard for the things that you want. But once you start working on that process of becoming, what happens is that your state of mind, your state of being elevates, and you start to view the world and perceive your surroundings through a higher paradigm, a higher vibration paradigm, in which getting what you want finally makes sense to you. It becomes more natural. It is no longer impossible. Because see, when you get what you want, when you manifest the reality that you want, you will not be the same person. You will be almost like a whole different personality, a whole different ego. You'll have different likes and dislikes. You'll have different people surrounding you. You'll have a different way that you behave, different things that you do every single day. And that is why you get what you want. If you could just remain the same personality, if you could just view the world the same way and achieve your greatest intentions, your greatest desires, then you would already have what you want. See, that's the thing. Most people just don't understand that. They want to create positive change in their lives, but they don't want to change their behavior. They don't want to change the way that they go about this life or view the world. And if you just remain stuck with your paradigm, if you just remain stuck with your current beliefs, you have little to no room, no wiggle room to improve, to actually allow all the things that you want into your life. So now, where does gratitude play into all of this? How will gratitude allow you to move past this and manifest the things that you want? Gratitude allows you to center in on this present moment. Gratitude elevates your state of being directly. So when I told you before that people who view the world from this paradigm cannot achieve the things that you can only achieve when you're over here on this paradigm, gratitude helps you elevate your state of being. It helps you understand that you are on the process, you are progressing on the process of getting the things that you want, of becoming the person who will naturally have that in your life. Gratitude is about understanding at your deep core that once you get what you want, you'll always just want the next best thing. So it's not necessarily that moment that you're chasing, it's the person that you want to become that will naturally have that thing. That is really what you want. And that is what will make the biggest change in your life, in the way you feel, in the way you go about things. So when you make gratitude a part of your daily life, what happens is that you open yourself up to the learning and the growth. You open yourself up to embarking on the path which will help you get what you want, which will help you become the person you want to become. You'll see that the world just opens its arm to you, and the things that you need for your growth and development just start flowing in. There will always be the next book to read. There will always be the next seminar to go to, or the next friend to learn from, or the next relationship to learn from and grow from. And you start to appreciate your surroundings and the current stage of your life. The current stage of your life and your surroundings treat you well. Instead of having to struggle, you start to pleasantly go about your whole problems, your obstacles, the whole journey of really becoming the person you want to become. And it's no longer a struggle. So I'm not asking you to love the leaky faucet in your kitchen or your broken house or whatever it may be that you hate in your experience right now. I'm just asking you to develop a thankfulness for it, because even that element of your life has a sort of beauty to it. One way you could implement this into your life right away is every single day when you wake up, write 10 things that you're grateful for about your current stage of the process and 10 things that you're grateful for learning. And then at the end of the day, reflect on everything that happened today and reflect on the lessons that you learned, the things that you would not have learned if you were not here today at this state of mind, at this stage of your current process. I know I was a little repetitive in this video, but I really want to drill this within your mind, because gratitude is really one of those things that once you stop neglecting and you really make it a part of your daily life, transforms your entire state on a day-to-day basis. And really, once you have what you want, you're always going to look back at these days and call them the good old days. And you'll always think like, man, yeah, I was having a bad time then, or like I was struggling, but that was a beautiful time in my life. So instead of looking back and trying to like, kind of missing those days, really, you're in the days right now. So have fun, don't make it worse than it has to. That's what most people do. They really play out their situation to be way worse than it really is. Instead, enjoy where you currently are. It doesn't matter if you just started, be thankful that you're even on this journey. A lot of people don't even ever embark on this path throughout their lives. So give yourself a round of applause and give thanks for where you currently are. Now that's all for this video, but in the next video, part 2 of this series, I will show you 10 ways you could instantly raise your vibration and change your state from negative to positive, because as you know, as I discussed in my previous video and a little bit in this one, your state is the biggest determining factor in how the events of your life unfold going forward. So make sure to tune in for that on Friday. It will be posted on Friday, and I can't wait for you to see it. But that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and share this video with a friend who would also find it helpful. If you want to get coached by me one-on-one, then the link for that is in the description box below. Go check that out. Other than that, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.